Alright, we have kr1zz versus aljAs. First pick.
7, 6.
It's gonna be first pick ranking. I'm not sure who picked it, but here we go.
2, 1.
This is all gonna be kr1zz buff because this is recorded by him. Gets the flag spawn. It's gonna jump up here to the LG. Probably look for a peek shot. Doesn't find it though. Gonna grab some health just before this first 100 belt fight. He's a bit low on health, only has the LG to work with and the flag, so yeah, I think he has to retreat here. It's pretty difficult to win this first belt, and aljAs actually hitting some nice combos there. Of course, kr1zz can just grab this 50 and then stack back up to 100 HP, so it's not the end of the world for him. Actually gonna grab the health bubbles here. Finds a nice hit there with the LG. Gonna get this health bubble to get back up to 100 HP. That does mean he gives up the 50 though. And now back to vial accumulating. aljAs though was already ready for it. Was looking to do some damage there on the exit of kr1zz. Moving up there. Now aljAs actually playing pretty aggressive, leaving the belt up just to do some more damage, and good move by aljAs there. kr1zz still alive. He's gonna again get back up to 100 HP and then needs to get this 50, and he does. Still only has the two weapons, flag and LG. Ooh, big hit there though with the flag ball. Misses the health there, or maybe it was not up. It's gonna get this one, but now aljAs potential for some damage, but doesn't manage to connect with his combo. So now kr1zz finally has that shock rifle. Still only 3 weapons though. Would like to see him grab at least a minigun or a link gun. Nice hit there with the LG. aljAs missing those flex spam shots. But again, aljAs in position for this 100. And huge combo into a primary. Very big kill there by kr1zz. Maximum damage with the combo and then a swift shock primary to finish it off. However, in the meantime though, aljAs did get the LG, I believe, and the 50. So kr1zz instead decided to keep control of the shock area and grabbed away the shock from his opponent. And now headshots for kr1zz, and aljAs still going in here. 50 taken by kr1zz. Ooh, bit predictable there with his movement, aljAs, and another nice hit by kr1zz. Can he finish it off here? He knows that his opponent is very weak now. aljAs desperately trying to do some chip damage on the exit of the belt area, but it's not gonna be able to connect. kr1zz now, he knows that aljAs took that 50. He's gonna look for some damage here with the LG. Would have liked to see him pick up all the vials, but potentially he didn't want to make too much noise and surprise aljAs. aljAs there back turned. I'm not sure why the LG didn't register there, but it didn't. However, still managed to hit one. aljAs get the 50 though, after taking that damage, so he can stack back up to 150 if he finds some health. But kr1zz now should be able to get this next belt. It's gonna look where... Oh, actually he gave it to aljAs here. aljAs got the 100 and also managed to do a little bit of damage there. And after that flag ball, now aljAs in control of the match again. kr1zz still didn't pick up any link or minigun. Really important to pick those weapons up. So effective for finishing off the kill. And aljAs now, aggressive dodge up, hits some nice shock primaries, dodges backwards, and gets the kill against kr1zz. And kr1zz getting a pretty bad spawn here. This could be a conversion frag for aljAs, but instead aljAs opting in for that 100 belt, wants to keep the game under control. And likely see him go up to the shock area, and yeah, we do hear him pick up that shock. And 50 still not spawning, so kr1zz in a dicey situation here. But aljAs still not near the 50. There he is though, he has to forfeit this 52 now. Good timing there by aljAs, and pressure him, kr1zz off the 50. And kr1zz now only Link to work with. Does get the shock now though, nice timing by him. But doesn't go unpunished. He did manage to do a little bit of damage, 90 damage with 2 shock primaries before dying, but I think aljAs is gonna be happy with this trade. He's just gonna be able to grab the next 100, but actually aljAs being aggressive here. Big flag there by kr1zz though. Maybe that allows him to get this 100 now. Ooh, but that little bit of damage with the LG, enough to pressure kr1zz from taking that 100. Again, you see aljAs having a pretty solid control now. kr1zz hitting some nice shock there, but again, aljAs can just grab that 50 and stack back up, so he needs to hit a lot more shots like that to get back into control. So of course this is the Diamond League. And aljAs getting another nice kill there with the flag. aljAs putting some good pressure on kr1zz here. There's not much kr1zz can do. Well, actually there is some stuff he can do. He can probably grab some more vials and try to get his health up a little bit, and then try to exchange some damage between items so he can potentially contest for the next one. But aljAs again still in the driver's seat, gets another kill there in the meantime. kr1zz now with the shock rifle, and didn't get pressured off so much, but splash damage LG hit there. Huge combo though by kr1zz. He's gonna be able to kill him here. Nice 3 shocks in a row, and the timing there was great too, because now he can surely get this 100 or at least contest for it. With the advantage in weaponry, he should be able to pressure off aljAs from entering this 100 belt. So this should go to kr1zz, but I say that and aljAs actually managed to get in somehow. However, kr1zz still managed to get it. Can of course stack back up to 100 HP. And I believe the 50 was already taken by aljAs, but it should be up soon again. And there it is. So now, for the first time in a long time, kr1zz is in control again. 3 frags behind, 6 minutes left on the clock. Ooh, the damage done there by aljAs was significant, and unfortunately kr1zz did not find the damage back. And now aljAs, he smells blood, he's trying to get that hit through the shield gun, but it doesn't work. And now aljAs still on the aggressive, and kr1zz has to forfeit another belt here. He's gonna be able to grab this 50. Important LG hit there. I don't believe aljAs has a shock yet, or an LG, because he keeps spamming the rockets, which makes me think that he shouldn't have any aim hit scan weapons yet. But now we hear him spam some combos, so He definitely just picked up the shock. But important hit there by Chris. Very important to equalize the stacks before the next power up. Of course, 100 belts surely gonna be fought over now. Chris already in position. Important, nice hit there with the LG just before the 100 is gonna spawn. And aljAs going for the Hail Mary there with the triple rocket, but doesn't hit. Another hit there by Chris, and another one. How is he not dead yet? Chris trying to jump up, but actually I think it's a good thing that the jump didn't work, because he was LGable himself, below 70 HP, so it would have been a gamble. Of course, picking up the 100, your stack is just far more significant than aljAs. And he should be able to pressure him up to 50 even. That hit is gonna confirm it. aljAs should be very low here. Again, if this was me, I would switch to the Link, but it doesn't matter. LG takes the kill. And Chris now, 4 minutes left. 2 frags behind. Still doesn't pick up the minigun. I'm confused, why not? Such an important weapon in 2026. It's a nice shock and another one. aljAs answering with one of his own. But fact is that Chris forgot a little bit about the 100, and aljAs actually managed to get it. So now aljAs is gonna be in a bigger stack, but 2 hits for Chris. It's gonna equalize the stacks once again. 50 up. I'm pretty sure of it. So we should see both players wanting it, but aljAs being so weak is just gonna go for the HP instead. So now Chris, after that LG and the shock. Ooh, very close fight actually. Both players hitting nicely there. And all the health is taken. So nothing for Chris to pick up here. He has to go to the shock area just to get some health. aljAs trying to kill Chris here, but doesn't manage to find him. And aljAs again, nice timing him by him. Gets another 100, and Chris now in trouble. aljAs going for the aggressive move and wants to get the kill. He knows that if he kills him here, he will probably win this map. It's going to be in full control and 3 frags ahead, so with this little time left, it's a very high chance for him to win the ranking map. But for now, Chris did manage to survive. He even got himself a 50, but huge combo there from aljAs, and aljAs now probably gonna be able to secure this victory here. Pretty decent Link here
2 minutes
by
remain.
Chris. 2 minutes warning. Gonna need to hit something pretty heavy to have a chance here. A headshot would be great timing now. However, with that minigun push, it's gonna be very hard for Chris to deal with that, and down he goes. And there you go, GG. First map goes to aljAs. Alright, second map's gonna be Ironic.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, Chris gets the mini spawn. Actually, aljAs spawning underneath him. That should not happen, but it did, and aljAs gets a free kill. I think aljAs was as surprised as me there. And Chris also gets the shock rifle. aljAs is in position, in a good position with the flag though. Ooh, but big combo there by Chris. Instead of jumping on top of it, He just spammed the shock core combos and managed to make it work for him. But again, very low himself. Pretty clean kill there in the end though. aljAs with the flag attack here. Doesn't connect so much yet, but still very hard to deal with if you're in a corner. And kr1zz surviving on 8 HP. This health is not gonna be up yet. He's gonna have to settle for these vials on the left side of the map if he wants more health. Now health pack does spawn, and I heard the vial spawn as well. So he's gonna be able to stack back up to 100 HP at least. Is he gonna be in time for this belt though? It was a little bit delayed, like just 3 seconds or so, but no, he can't contest it. Instead it's gonna grab away this aljAs. A little bit low on the shock ammo. Good initial damage there, but not able to grab the 50. It's not spawned yet, so yeah, aljAs again in control. kr1zz though managed to stay alive again. Has been a couple times below 10 HP and surviving. Good job by him by maintaining his composure and getting away out of these bad situations. And now 50 is gonna be up right now. Gonna dodge on it, gets a little bit of damage from the rocket, and probably even gonna be able to fight for this 100, but yeah, since it was delayed, it's not up yet. And there it is. You see both players not willing to make the dodge, but aljAs finally does. And he was so low that just a hair of damage killed him there. That means he had 1 HP, precisely. And just that splash damage of the flag was enough to kill him. And now aljAs in a bad spot again. Killing spree here for kr1zz. kr1zz has no ammo on the shock. Is probably gonna be very interested in this. And he does, and he also grabs away the shock from his opponent, but good tracking there by aljAs. Important kill too, because now he can contest the 50. And he knows that shock was just taken before kr1zz died, so it's not going to be up for him to take, but aljAs needs to get to the 100, and he does, and good flag there by aljAs. And now shock should be up any moment now. aljAs going aggressive here, finds his opponent off spawn, and gets another kill now. 2 frags behind for aljAs. kr1zz gets the flag spawn. This 50 should be up very soon. I believe I heard it spawn just now, so aljAs hit there by kr1zz, and if he can get out, that would be good for him. But actually going in with the flag here, big flag hit there. Ooh, does miss the aljAs. Probably would have been a kill there. And shock, yeah, shock's gonna be up soon, and he knows that. However, good pressure there by aljAs. Ooh, but aljAs still going in below 70 HP, not respecting that kr1zz can hit those aljAs. aljAs being really good for kr1zz so far this matchup. Captain in the game on ranking a lot of times. However, the control of aljAs has been a little bit better. He's been getting consistently more hundreds, but nice move there by kr1zz. Had complete timing on it this time and dodged right on the second. Shield gun raised and managed to get out even, so this is really good news for kr1zz. Also should be able to get this shock because aljAs is gonna be going to the 50. You can just wait around here. Instead, gonna look for some peek shots. Doesn't find aljAs though. Does get the damage feedback from the hit sound, so he knows he's there. Here's the 25 pickup now. Ooh, big flag hit there. I believe that could have been a full hit, but I don't think it was. But the aljAs hit, very important after. Now aljAs still going aggressive here. Wow, big shot there by aljAs, but he's very low himself. Yeah, both players being very low, and this could have been a potential double kill. aljAs feeding a bit now. He probably thinks that kr1zz was on 1 HP and tried to get the conversion frag, but the refrag rather. But instead it's gonna be a conversion frag for kr1zz, and Another freebie there. Now 8-2 for Chris, and we hear the minigun going for aljAs, but not sure what he was hitting because it was not Chris. And now both players don't want to make the move, but this favors aljAs a bit because he's going to be able to get that 50. Chris unwilling to contest it. He's just trying to do damage from afar. Probably he's going to be happy with the lead right now. He don't want to look for too much risk. However, also doesn't want to give up this 100, but in the end he does. Hits him with one shock primary though, so that's gonna help him equalize the stacks a bit. Now both players exchanging shock, but aljAs shock winning right now. Say that, but big combo there by Chris. And now after that 50, he's surely gonna be able to fight for any pickup basically, because he's gonna be probably in an advantage. It'd be ideal if he managed to get some health here, and that's what he's waiting for. But at the same time, he doesn't want to be too late for this 100. But aljAs going in. But good spawn here by Chris. He's going to be able to pressure aljAs off this 100 with the minigun. Oh, aljAs above him. And aljAs dropping down. Chris could have potentially chased him there with the minigun. I believe aljAs is still very weak here. Didn't grab any health for himself. He doesn't have 50 either. But see, he just took it. Chris did. So aljAs probably still under 100 HP here. You do hear him pick up that 25, and now we see that he took some health as well. So his stack is going to be around 125 maximum. So that's 2 LG hits. See if Chris is aware of this. Oh, big combo there. And the rockets are whiffing. Not enough damage for aljAs to contest this 100. And actually finds him off spawn here. Surely get another frag here if he manages to connect. However, killing him here means that aljAs is going to be able to get that 100 spawn. So he's going to get the 100 spawn and potentially the shock rifle. Something you always have to keep in mind when playing duel, like where is my opponent gonna spawn if I kill him here, and what does that mean for me? And if the 100 is up and you kill your opponent on the other side of the map, the chances are you're gonna lose that 100, so sometimes it's not even worth killing your opponent. However, since Chris is ahead so much, he can afford to give 100, so doesn't matter for him so much, especially if aljAs doesn't have the weaponry. And another freebie here for Chris. aljAs kinda running into him, trying desperately to hit him with rockets, but it's not really working out for him. This minigun is good though, and does manage to kill Chris. Chris though gets the 50 spawn. That's Flak and the LG. But the link has been good from aljAs, and aljAs now on the aggressive. aljAs still behind him. Yeah, he is. Still on the chase here by aljAs, and this combo is surely gonna end. Yeah, Chris is getting fracked again, and now he's in another bad spot. He did get the shock though, so he's gonna be able to defensive combos, and we see him do that exactly. Now he needs to be careful though. I believe aljAs doesn't have the LG yet, but he does of course have the shock and the minigun. So will we see Chris contest for this 100? I don't think so. I think he's just happy to take this side of the map. However, the danger of that is that 50 is not up yet. So, oh, actually, he hears aljAs go all the way around the map. And aljAs bullying him off this 50, so the only thing he can take right now is 25, but aljAs is already in his face. Big flak ball there, and another one! Those were 2 max flak ball damage hits by Chris. Very well played there, very nice defensive flak balls. right in the face. I bet he saw 2 smileys in a row. aljAs did, and now Chris has all the weapons he needs. Again, we saw him not pick up the minigun or Link in ranking much, but he seems to be more willing to pick them up on Ironic. Not sure what that is all about, but maybe just a coincidence. However, aljAs getting another 100. I would love to see how many hundreds aljAs grabbed this game, but unfortunately I cannot see because I'm commentating over a video. Chris now is gonna defend this 50 area. Of course it's not gonna extend this stack, but it could potentially extend the stack of aljAs, and he doesn't want to give him that. Since he knows that aljAs doesn't have a shock rifle, at least back then, now he does, he can easily bully him off with combos. However, in the meantime, aljAs did grab that shock. A nice LG hit there by Chris. Now, is he gonna make the aggressive dodge for 100? No, he's not. He's still willing to just play the patient game, keep his lead. He's gonna just play out these 3 minutes.
3 minutes left.
Of course, he does have the best defensive weapon with the shock rifle, but aljAs with some big hits there. aljAs not... Oh, he's behind him. Caught with his pants down and does go down in the end. So this could still be very scary for Chris here. 3 minutes, around 3 minutes left. 5 frags on Ironic. It's not a lot. Big hit there by aljAs and another one. And Chris surely gonna go down here, and he does. Gets the Link spawn. Let's see what pathing he's going. And aljAs again going offensive here. He wants to get this kill. He wants to get the game tight. Let's see how Chris deals with this chaos. So far so good. aljAs does get the 100 of course, but Chris gets the 50. And now needs to hit something, and he does actually headshot. That's gonna help him for sure. Ooh, but nicely played there by aljAs. He knew that Chris was waiting there. Ooh, and hit some nice shock here as well. So Chris in danger here. However, managed to run down the clock pretty nicely. It's only 1 minute 40 left now. If aljAs wants to make this victory, he needs to find him ASAP. And he does. One shock hit, but exchanged by an LG and combo hit. So now 3 frags behind. 1 minute 20 for aljAs. Chris getting the flag here. He's gonna... Let's see if he can do the same as when he did those 2 massive flag balls earlier in the game. Defensive flag balls have been good for him. And he hits a little bit, but you know,
1 minute
all that
remains.
matters now is that he doesn't get caught. He wants to take away as many seconds away from the clock. And Chris in a really good position here, because he can just cut the corner every time he hears his opponent on the left or the right. And it seems like aljAs doesn't have the LG, so it's going to be hard for him to shoot through the shield gun. And the defensive flag balls are coming. 30 seconds left on the clock here. aljAs needs to find the kill now to have a chance at this comeback. But Chris moving around the map well, picking the right pathings. So he's part of the smiley there, but not enough damage for him to be in any danger. And now 12 seconds on the left on the clock is surely gonna go to Chris's way. We're gonna see a game 3 decider game here.
4, 3, 2, 1. You have won the match.
Alright, so we're going to a decider. It's gonna be Leah, it seems. Just gonna check where it starts. a bit more back. Alright, so Chris with the LG spawns hits 2 LGs in a row. And first kill going to Chris there. Very clean because he didn't take any damage, and he knows that aljAs is already super weak and actually chases him all the way there. That might mean he gives him 100 though, but no, yes, he actually did. So aljAs now, he doesn't have a weapon, but he did get 100. I think it's worth it for aljAs. However, 3 frags to Chris in less than a minute, so it just goes to show that on Ironic, there was very big chance for aljAs to come back. The kills can sometimes come very quickly, 3 frags in under a minute, but here we go, minigun did manage to take down Chris there, and now Chris working with just the flag cannon. It's already up here at the 100 area. However, the 100 was very delayed. It's only gonna spawn like 33, I believe. So aljAs actually being aggressive here before picking up the 100. But it's not the end of the world because Chris does get the shock rifle and the 50. And aljAs there with a jump up in the air, but good shockage from both players. Ooh, very tight fight, but in the end does go to Chris. And a very aggressive move here by aljAs. He knows that his opponent is weak and he managed to connect with the rockets there. And actually really well timed by him, because now he can grab the 50 and also be in time for this 100. And he even has shock rifles, so he just needs to not get headshot and then he'll be in a good spot. But big flag there by Chris. Small bit of damage with the flag ball, but the flag primary was huge. And now aljAs actually did manage to steal that 100 though. He's been doing that pretty consistently so far this match. Never allowed Chris to get on a healthy stack. However, that does mean that Chris gets another frag. And now, big aggressive move there by aljAs. Grabbed the 50 and the shock and immediately hunted down Chris. It's 3 shocks in a row. Well played there by aljAs. And now only the rockets to work with for Chris. Still gonna be looking to do some damage here. He's just waiting for that shock rifle and managed to get it, but at what cost? Is he gonna end up paying his life for it? And I think he will. Well, no, because aljAs has to grab the 100. Oh, actually, aljAs, nice move here. And but actually managed to kill aljAs. But aljAs again spawns right in front of the 100, jumps up and grabs it again. This game has been so back and forth, but actually aljAs has a massive stack now. But very late on that shock rifle swap by aljAs, and Chris with some excellent shocking there. 5 shocks, not in a row, but just missing 1 out of 6 shots there, and knows that aljAs is gonna be very predictable going for these health bubbles. Places a nice combo, gets the kill. Nice read there by Chris, and Chris now is gonna be able to position himself for this 100, but taking that hit there was very bad, and yeah, that allowed aljAs to close the gap a bit in distance and then move in with a combo, and easy kill there for aljAs. Now only 2 frags behind and in complete control, huh? Like he's able to grab this 50 and even deny the shock rifle potentially. Does give Chris the chance to grab this LG. It's a nice LG there, needs to hit a couple more of those, and he does actually headshot, but the damage of the minigun is good. Surely gonna go down here, and he does. And aljAs not up yet there, buddy. So he has to go for the consolation prize in the rocket launcher. But he is in an okay spot with the rocket launcher to potentially bully or create some time and space for this belt. Oh, misdodged there by aljAs. That's gonna cost him the 100. And what aljAs has been doing so good all game long is snatching away the 100s from his opponent. Didn't work that time. kr1zz finally gets one for himself. Might be his first actually. Oh, big flag ball again. aljAs just a little bit too aggressive and makes him a little bit too predictable. And we see that he eats a lot of these full flag balls placed by kr1zz. kr1zz kind of exploiting the fact that he's going too aggressive. Huge flag there. Very well played there by kr1zz. And an easy conversion frag there by kr1zz. If he didn't hit that combo, it could have been scary, but he did. And then it's easy to follow up with the primary. So nice move there by aljAs, but a little bit too late for this belt. And kr1zz is gonna be like, well, I'm just gonna take the elevator. But actually it's not that simple. Gets completely locked down by the Lincoln. Allowed aljAs to even join him on the lift, and he's like, hey buddy, I'm gonna take this lift with you. Gets up there and managed to kill him even. Huge link there by aljAs. Ooh, nice shock combo there. And again, aljAs a bit late on the switch there to the link, so yeah, that means that kr1zz did a lot of damage to aljAs without receiving that much. And is likely gonna deny the shock. Yeah, he is. And then, ooh, big LG hit there by aljAs though. aljAs surely gonna go aggressive here. He does 1 HP to kr1zz. Lucky boy. Managed to survive there. But I think, yeah, that does mean aljAs does get that 100. Of course, dealing all that damage meant that kr1zz had to grab some health. But nice shock here. 3 shocks, 4 shocks, 5 shocks in a row. The aim of kr1zz with pretty much all weapons have been very solid. Hitting some nice flags, some nice LGs, and especially the shock has been on point for him. Both players hitting pretty good. And now, missed combo, but still that shock core damage and the primary on aljAs. But aljAs hitting a nice LG there. That's gonna allow him to continue, but yeah, a little bit too aggressive here I feel like for aljAs. Probably is feeling the pressure being down 4 frags, but now he made it 5, so aljAs still has some time. This push though was pretty good, however the shock has been good and finishes it off with LG there. kr1zz hitting absolutely everything now. And it's another LG, but aljAs shock has been good now. kr1zz in trouble here. 60 HP to him. aljAs still going in, but yeah. After not hitting that combo, he's gonna be in a tricky situation. Of course, flag in corner so powerful. Makes it so easy to hit the flag ball. And kr1zz again with a good flag ball. This might be a little bit greedy by kr1zz. And does end up dying for it. And didn't manage to do damage to aljAs. So aljAs now in free reign to be aggressive. And kr1zz a little bit slow with the shield gun raise there. Does end up buying another frag. 5 minutes left, 6 minutes left. Make that. And aljAs does have the rockets and the minigun, but I don't think he has any aim weapons yet. The rockets could have been better. Good shock knockback there by kr1zz though. But now surely gonna go down, but I say that and clutch 2 hits in a row by kr1zz. Survives with 5 HP and even gets the knockback off the elevator there. aljAs visibly frustrated, making some very aggressive maneuvers and keeps not going in his favor. Gotta feel a little bit for the guy because I think he had to do that. Again, it's another LG. It's gonna make it pretty hard for, and another one's gonna make it very hard for aljAs
5-minute warning.
to manage to take down kr1zz. And we hear the announcer, 5 minutes warning announced. 6 frag lead for kr1zz. This is Leah. Once you kill your opponent once, it's not the easiest map to get spawn kills on, so let's see how kr1zz plays this out. Does he want to play defensive, or is he still gonna contest some armors here? And a little bit buggy there with the lift, but we did get up there. And now he's trying to listen where aljAs is coming from and just want to keep the distance between him and his opponent. aljAs, of course, has been quite aggressive all game long. But he's been aggressive in usually the more obvious way. But as I say that, it's nice shock there. aljAs now 4 minutes to work with, is in complete control and he has all the weapons. Smiley face there. And kr1zz managed to kill himself. Was surely gonna go down anyway, but did manage to do a little bit of damage. However, aljAs has that 50 to fall back on, so. And kr1zz now has nothing to work with, so this is really scary. A little under 4 minutes left. And hits through the shield there. Bit unfortunate for kr1zz, but does manage to grab some health. Has to be very careful here. aljAs right behind him, elevator, saves him. Is he gonna be able to get this 50? 50 not up yet. So he's in trouble here. Ooh, big combo there by aljAs, and now a little bit of hesitation by the movement of kr1zz, which allowed aljAs to get some damage on him and bullying off this 100. So this is getting very scary again. aljAs gonna go for the chase and the rockets are not connecting. Not enough damage done here. 3 minutes to work with. 2 frags behind and aljAs finds kr1zz again. Big combo from aljAs. 1 frag behind now. kr1zz grabbing the LG. Let's see if he can hit a miracle headshot, because this is not looking good for him. But the flag bombs are good from aljAs and he ties up the score. He's still in complete control. 0 weapons up for kr1zz. He has to settle with this link. Doesn't even grab it because he's so scared that aljAs is behind him. Doesn't want to give him another frag at 2.5 minutes left. Does get the LG here. He's gonna jump up, but that jump was a bit foolish, I think, because it gave him airtime, which meant that aljAs got 1 hit, but headshot there actually from kr1zz, and then a normal body shot.
2 minutes remain.
And aljAs is gonna be very weak, man. That headshot couldn't be timed better for kr1zz, because that allowed him to get back in this game, perhaps. Ties still, of course, the score is still tight, of course, but aljAs was in complete control, and all these LGs are connecting for kr1zz. What a time to turn the hex on. He's hitting all the crucial shots. Well played by him. And now, are the players still aware of the 100 timing in the midst of all this chaos? And aljAs is looking to go for it, and kr1zz has to back off. He has 55 HP to his name. Ooh, this could be dangerous for him. Big combo, but the combo was a little bit too late. But aljAs, he's gonna pressure kr1zz off the 50 here, and kr1zz here in very
1 minute remains.
bad situation, but aljAs not going for it, but now actually does. Ooh, big flag ball again from kr1zz. This time, is he gonna be able to get up there? No, he's not. kr1zz goes down with 46 seconds remaining on the clock. He's gonna spawn on the minigun, he's gonna go for the Hail Mary here, he's gonna rush in with the minigun. Ooh, misses that dodge, but actually sees aljAs going to the 50, so there's a chance here for him to equalize it here. And aljAs in trouble right now. Is he gonna get out? The tracking has been solid.
Seconds.
Has to pick up some ammo to continue this chase. Does he find him? Here's the ramp. And I think aljAs is not aware that he's behind him.
8,
9 seconds
7,
left on the clock.
6, 5,
Oh yeah, picking up that
4,
100.
3, 2,
Oh no.
1.
And I thought for
You
a
have
second
lost
that
the
we could
match.
see the kill by Chris, but what a close game. Nice comeback there by aljAs. Wow. Very good game, guys. GG's. Of course, guys, for anyone listening, this is the UT2004 tournament. We have 4 different divisions. This was the Diamond League. We have the Gold League, the Diamond League, uh, and the Master League. I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting one, but I can't. I'm not sure what it's called anymore. But there's another league, and they're basically just divisions. Masters being the highest, and this was the Diamond League, and players are definitely hitting well. If you guys are interested in joining, you can go to utduel.com, and there's a really nice website there that you can use to sign up, maybe for the next season, because this season is already underway. But you can also see all the group stages and the matches coming, so you can tune in next time either on Chris's channel or my channel. We cover a lot of games, shoutcast them live. This was recorded over a video, so not live. However, GG guys, peace.